Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is your reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the full moon that's happening on the 24th of June and in the sign of Capricorn, but the Sun is in Cancer for Cancer season. So happy birthday, you guys. It's finally your turn to get the reading and I'm excited to give it to you. It does seem like your readings have come towards the end. I think that's probably because the Sun was in your 12th house, which is like a month-long time in which you're meant to reflect upon things and get ready for your solar return. Before we begin, I want to say a few things. I did a meditation for the summer solstice. I'm reading on June 21st for you guys. If you want to go check out that reading, then go and check out my link down below. Members, I have a new video for you coming. They're going slower than these ones, so you might have to wait a few days before you get yours. It's a Lenormand reading for the rest of the year, so I hope you are excited about that. And what's the last thing? Oh, and everybody, I did an astrology reading for everyone. I don't like repeating myself when I'm doing these, and so I decided to do an extra reading for the astrology for everybody. That's linked in the description. So some of the transits I talk about with you guys today will be explained in greater depth on in the main video. It's only 12 minutes long, so I hope you guys go check it out. Okay, so your energies for the 24th of June, we have divine protection, and then we have enemy. That is the devil. That's Capricorn. And that's your 7th house. I'll tell you why that's a good thing in just a moment. And then 2, which is the High Priestess. And in this deck, it represents people. Okay. I have a feeling that there's people around you that are protecting you from things. I have a feeling that your friends and other people watching around you are, if there is someone who has a bad intention towards you, your friends and the people around you see what this person's up to and they won't let this person get very far. So that's the main message. I have a feeling that you are in a very safe environment. Jupiter is at the top of your chart, so in the 9th house in Pisces and the 10th house in Aries. Over the next 2 years, you are going to have such a wonderful, wonderful energy here. Also, you have Uranus in the 11th house. You have Pluto in the 7th house. That actually brings in good luck socially. You have just a lot of really nice, big, long-term transits that bring people in. Ceres is in the 11th house. So it's protecting you. Also, the North Node is in the 12th house, which is a lot to do with what's behind the scenes, like gossip, you know? So it's not only things that you know that are good for you, but it's also things that you are not aware of that are working in your favor. And so I feel as though with the enemy, take this as Capricorn, not the enemy or the devil. There is a full moon, as I said, in Capricorn in your 7th house. And there's a lot of oppositions. The full moon is in opposition. Pluto opposite Venus is in opposition. They're all big energies. And I have a feeling that these oppositions are like very monumental. For example, Pluto is in opposite to Venus in Cancer. Now, she's only going to be in Cancer until the 27th, but it has been a really nice 3 weeks. She spends only about 3.5 weeks per sign, so you got your fill of her this time around. And she's brought in hopefully some positive attention, good connections, maybe a little flirtation here and there. But the opposition with Pluto and Venus is a really intense standoff. And especially with Pluto in your 7th house, it is very much about relationship dynamics where you are in a standoff power dynamic with someone else, okay? So that's huge. And of course, we know Pluto has been in your 7th house for a very long time. As long as I've had the channel, I've been talking to you about how this is one of the most intense transits. So some of you guys have been with me the entire time. And now you know you can get excited because Pluto is leaving. In fact, there's only one more. This opposition happens once a year, roughly. And there's only one more in 2022. And after that, the oppositions will start happening between Pluto in Aquarius and Venus in Leo. Very exciting. Takes the pressure off of you. If you've been wondering whether or not your relationships are going to blossom, it's weird when I started the channel telling you, you know, some of you are going to have to wait till Pluto leaves the 7th house. But now that we're looking at, you know, a year and a bit, it's like, well, yeah, for some of you, this opposition or Pluto in the 7th house, once it's gone, then really things will move along for you much more smoothly in partnerships and relationships. With Pluto in the 7th house, sorry to repeat myself if you've seen this before from me, but what you might be seeing in the 7th house is an overabundance of very kind of tyrannical people in your life. People who are very demanding or strong-willed or some other intense energy. So, you know, congratulations. This is nice. And then the full moon is always in opposition. And the moon is actually in Capricorn in your 7th house. On the descendant, you're bringing something in or information is coming to you to give you insight. So there's information coming to you. It might come from other people. So get on the lookout and pay attention. So one thing you want to pay attention to is the pressure on you financially. Be careful of being bullied outside of your own agency with money. You will feel a great passion towards making sure that you have money for yourself, resources for yourself, and there may be outside pressures to try to influence you towards not being so autonomous. But remember, whatever comes up through this transit, well, Mars is in Leo, especially until about July 10th. It's important for you to keep that in mind and fight for your own resources, fight for your own money. I think that's a very strong thing that you should be aware of moving through the full moon. So in short, let's just make it very simple. The full moon in the 7th house is probably going to get you the attention of your partner if you're in a relationship, or if you're single, the attraction of potential partnerships. And if it's not romantic, then just all sorts of different business connections or people you should be speaking with, people with whom you should have this close relationship with, a one-on-one dynamic. Okay? So why don't we now take a look at your tarot card reading. I need to find your card, which is the Chariot. So I have this cool spread to show you guys, but let's see where the Chariot is. So sometimes this part takes a little bit, but I don't see anybody really complaining. So it's a spread that I created 2 weeks ago, and so now we're using it, and I'm really into it, so I hope you don't mind me kind of doing it. It's a totally different spread than anybody's doing here online, and it's just kind of a fun way to do it. Okay, but it takes some time to find. I'm looking for the Chariot card to put it in the center, and then we'll take a look at what's going on all around you for the next foreseeable future. Empress, beginning. Oh, there we go. I like your card in this deck. It's really pretty. I'll show you. It's like trees and wind blowing. Very nice energy. These cards are very pretty. I had the Oracle deck before I had the Tarot deck. I like the Tarot deck way more. I'm glad that they made another use of these images because they're very like what Tarot should look like, I think. You know, not too much, gentle, positive. Okay, Empress. I'll explain the positions in just a minute. Oh, you've got the Two of Cups. Look at this. Good. Love, love, love is in the air for Cancers. Okay, so let's see. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Way to go, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. The Magician. There's someone who's around you. I always use the Magician in love relationship, in love readings, or when a love reading comes up. I don't really do love readings. A few of you have asked, so I'll probably do one now. But when I have the Magician come up, it's somebody's interested in you. Somebody has like a crush on you, or look at this, 10 of Trees, loyalty. Wow, there's something big, like Capricorn energy, something big coming your way. On the bottom is the Two of Pentacles. So be patient. You're so close. Be patient. Okay, so the way this spread works is this is how the past is affecting the present. So it's not the past separate. It's the past as it is right now. Outward manifestation, inward manifestation, moving forward. Your moving forward is picture perfect. And if you're not romantically geared, if you're not interested in romance, whoever is around you, money person, very good. Somebody is going to bring you in very good directions. There's a loyalty and a friendship there and a trust, and you're going in a very wonderful, wonderful direction. There's a new beginning. There's a powerful connection. All it's asking is that you need a little bit of trust and trust the process sort of energy. Okay, so over here we have the Empress. I don't think I showed you guys. The only thing is these are one of the shiny decks, and the colors look good in a shiny deck, but they reflect everything. And then we have the Retreat. This is the Virgo. This is a painting, I think, of the rock in the center of Australia. I think it's called Ayers Rock. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so, yeah, it's a special, special monument in Central Australia. Okay. There's a new beginning around motherhood and possibly a Virgo, or feminine energies are on the rise for you, Cancer. The feminine energy is very strong. Moon is in Capricorn. Moon is like a feminine energy in this tarot. Sometimes the moon is masculine, but in many traditions around the world, the moon is feminine. So we'll go with that. So I do feel as though the energy right now, especially for the full moon, is overwhelmingly feminine. But let me show you where socially you have a strong, Ceres is here. I just feel like Uranus is making a very masculine transit in your 11th house of friendship. Saturn's very masculine in your 8th house. And then Jupiter is going to dominate, and Neptune are going to dominate the upper chart. So what I would say is that the general energy flow for you for the full moon is overwhelmingly feminine, but you have masculine transits in very key places in your public life, and so therefore expect a lot of interactions with masculine energy. But here they're saying that there's something really beautiful that you had stepped into, a beautiful energy, a beautiful sense of self, and so I feel as though maybe you took some time to yourself to identify those things, your values. Maybe you want to be a mom, or maybe you're thinking about how you're raising your kids. And so in your private space, you have been cultivating this Empress energy, and it shows. It's really taking you in a positive direction. The outward manifestation is the Two of Hearts. So there's love all around you. It's very clear, loving, understanding relationship. Below the surface, there's some things that you need to sort of get familiar with, or incorporate into your life. There are things around you at this time that you have to integrate. That's the word I was looking for. In order to, it's not all picture perfect, in other words, but it's pretty good. This is the best reading so far. And whoever is around you, there's a very strong masculine presence, and they really want to initiate loyalty, family, trust, and long-term relationships. So I think things are going for you in a good wonderful direction. And I feel like you're setting a path forward. It's like the happiest time in your life. And maybe part of that happiness has to do with the fact that whether you know astrology or not, you implicitly feel that Pluto is about to leave and things are going to become more level for you. No more extremes. The extremes in your life are going to be much more tempered moving forward. Let's take a look at the dice. So we have Virgo energy is very strong in your life, and that's confirmed by this card, which is ruled by Virgo and the King of Pentacles, who could be a Virgo. And then we have Cancer energy for you is very strong as well. Now we have Uranus in the 6th house. This is telling me that an unusual approach to your daily activities. I see you as really kind of doing things from a different perspective, and it's going to take a longer time for everything to be implemented well, because you're doing things different. You're doing it in a different way. And so it's going to take more time for you to achieve the things that you want, but they're coming, okay? So it has to do with the fact that you've had this massive transit for the last almost a decade, or longer than a decade, but I'm thinking about like how long I've read for you guys. And you've had this really kind of take power out of your hands energy, whether it's your partner or circumstances around your relationship that prevented you from being a self-starter, being able to set the direction of how things are going. So that was there's an overwhelming aspect to your partnerships right now. That's being removed, and all those things that have been waiting for to come into your life, they're coming in now. So you've worked for something, and now you're going to get it. You're going to get the outcome you want. Okay, now flower oracle cards, cosmic flower oracle cards for you, Cancer. And we have the hyacinth, wish, luck, purity, destiny, jealousy, and mourning. So I would just say don't pay attention to the last two messages. So I think that there is very good luck coming to you over the next little while. When I do a full moon reading, don't really consider just the full moon. You can go way beyond that energy. This is the energy that's coming with the full moon for you. A closer relationship, expressed love. Like you already know that it's happening in your life in some way. Now, if it's not romance, your boss really, really appreciates you. If it's not romance, then someone who is your partner in terms of business or something you're working on, they just think you're the best. And so you are going in a good direction. You might be new at a job, you might be new in this direction, but take it one step at a time and you are going to go far. Congratulations, Cancer. This is what I kind of felt was coming for you. And I hope the energy continues. I'm going to do your Lenormand reading. When it's ready, it'll be in your playlist or the members only. I'll also post to members only when they're all ready for you guys to check out. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and happy full moon. Take care. Oh, and happy summer solstice. I'm reading on the summer solstice, so I hope you guys are well. Take care. Bye.